Hello everybody, Relle here, and this week we'll be going back to nature with Eric Barone's farming game Stardew Valley. Though it was a hit with the farming crowd when it first came out, we'll be examining the big question: should you buy it? Stardew Valley, made by Eric Barone and published by Chucklefish, is a love letter to the old Harvest Moon games on the SNES and Game Boy Advance. The premise is simple. You've inherited a farm in the titular Stardew Valley. You're tasked with curating the best farm you possibly can within 2 years, and along the way you can befriend the locals, explore the town, and even fall in love. If you've never played Harvest Moon or any other kind of farm simulator such as Rune Factory, Stardew Valley may seem like an odd concept, but the gameplay is simple. Maintaining your farm means clearing debris, planting seeds, and watering your crops until they're ready. You're also able to keep and raise livestock, and the goal of all this is to sell what you can produce and earn some cash. Take that cash and reinvest it in the farm, upgrade your tools, and expand your house. If you care to socialize, the townsfolk are both numerous and unique, with their own personalities, likes and dislikes, dreams and aspirations. You can befriend them by giving them gifts, and even romance any of a dozen candidates for marriage. That's regardless of gender, by the way. You'll find a number of secondary objectives to keep you occupied off the farm, so much so that it might feel overwhelming for a first-time player. Rest assured, though, that you can take the game at your own pace, play it how you want, and the game will reward you accordingly. The game's day-by-day progression also invokes a feeling of just one more day to keep you hooked. That's not to say the game is perfect. The default movement speed is fairly slow, and unlocking fast travel and a horse to ride on can take some time. The more egregious sin is the fact that there's not really a central storyline to speak of. The closest thing to a story is whether or not you fight back against a megamart corporation that moves into town, but it's the most minimal of narratives. Stardew Valley is a game where you create your own narrative, for better or for worse. Bottom line, if you're a fan of Harvest Moon, this is the game for you. It's a modern interpretation on the farming life game. If you're more of a fan of Rune Factory and you take a healthy dose of story and exploration with your harvesting, Stardew Valley might be too slow-paced and open-ended, but it's worth a try to find out. And of course, if you don't like farming or life simulators, this game isn't going to convince you otherwise. It's a game made specifically for those who yearn for the days of Harvest Moon back on the SNES and Game Boy Advance. Stardew Valley is currently for sale on all the major consoles and operating systems for $20 American. The 2-year cycle in-game can take 40 hours, more or less, depending on how much you get out of each day. Even after the 2 years is up, you can continue playing for as long as you want. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, subscribe to see more in the future. Let me know what you think of Stardew Valley in the comments below, and I will see you next time.